Hey guys, Trigger here, bringing you another game of domination on Nuketown. Yes, I am using AK-74U, but this is an old gameplay, and I'm trying to get rid of all these old games on my hard drive, so I'm going to upload it. And today is really not about the gameplay anyway. Today we're going to talk a little bit about college, and I spent 2 years in college before I couldn't afford it anymore, and I guess that was mainly because I drank all my money away. And that's a little bit of something that you want to know about me is I love to party and love to drink. So that's basically all I did in my college days. But anyways, today I want to tell you a little story that I thought was pretty funny, and it might give some helpful advice for those of you that plan on going to college or maybe are in college right now. So, anyways, me and all my buddies went to the same college, which was probably the downfall of it all. And I was a freshman, and I obviously had to live in the dorms. But one of my older buddies, he actually had his own house off of campus. So that's where we'd always go to have our parties. So, anyways, we're throwing this big shindig one night, and we're all sitting downstairs around a table playing cards and getting hammered. And in walks this gorgeous girl. I mean, she's just drop dead gorgeous. So, right off the start, I wanted to introduce myself before any of the other guys could beat me to it. So, I walked up there and used my number one pickup line at the time that pretty much went a little something like this. And, hey, you want to play beer pong? And of course she said yes, because I mean, who can turn down beer pong? It's probably the greatest game ever made when it comes to drinking. And at the time, I was pretty much a god when it came to beer pong, so it was a win-win situation for me. So we started playing, and it turns out she was pretty damn good herself. And we ended up going the entire night without losing uh, until the very end, I guess. Well, she started getting pretty fucked up by the end of the night, and she asked me if I would drink her cups in the game. And that was my first mistake of the night by saying yes. So we played about 3 more games where I had to drink her cups and my cups. And I was really fucked up by now because I was drunk before I even started playing beer pong. So um, we finally lost our last game, and we head outside to puke it off, I guess you can say. And it was a kind of a romantic moment. I held her hair while she puked, and then she kind of rubbed my shoulders and gave me moral support while I threw up. But from this point on, the night went black. When I finally came to it, the house was dark and quiet. Everybody was gone. She was gone, and I had no idea what happened. So I decided that I was gonna, walk back to my dorm rooms and sleep it off. And campus from his house is probably 7 blocks, and so I started making the trek. And I live in northern Wisconsin, so and it was winter and about 20 below out. Not the best idea to try walking, but I did it. And for some reason on the way, I lost my shoe, I lost my hat, my jacket, and my car keys, which had my dorm key on it. So I get back to campus, and I'm trying to get into my dorm room, and obviously I couldn't because I didn't have a key. That was the first problem. The second problem was it wasn't even my dorm room building. It was actually a building called the Holden Fine Arts Center, which was about 2 blocks away from where my dorm building actually was. So I'm trying to get in there because I'm freezing my ass off. I have one shoe. no jacket, no hat, and up pulls the campus security to, make my night even better. And he kind of pulls up, he calls me over by his car, and made me take a breathalyzer, which I blew a .32. Now I was pretty proud of that because that's the highest I've ever blown in a breathalyzer before. So that's it was kind of a bad moment, but at the same time I was pretty excited about it, blowing my all-time high. But he said that I was too drunk to go back to my dorm, so he threw me in the back of his squad and brought me to campus security, where he said the only way that I could leave is if my parents came and picked me up. Now, that's kind of embarrassing. But it's like 3 in the morning. I tried calling my parents, and they wouldn't answer the phone. Imagine that, 3 in the morning. Um, so he puts me in the back of his squad car, and I instantly just passed out. I was so fucking tired from the night already. And the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm in a white room with a lot of beds, and I'm wearing a hospital gown. And I could not figure out where the fuck I was. And at the same time, there's a black guy that was sleeping in the bed next to me, and he gets up and he's looking out the window. So I hop out of bed and I join him. And I'm looking out the window, and I could have swore that I was on the other side of the lake last night, because I live at the time it was Superior, right on Lake Superior, and I ended up in Duluth, which is across a big bridge. So in comes a nurse. She gives me some pills because she said that my blood pressure was too high or something like that. So I took them, and then I kind of asked her. I was like, well, can I leave now? I feel fine. I slept it off. I'm good. Well, apparently when they brought me in, I signed myself in. And when you do that, you can't leave for 72 hours. So now I'm really pissed. This is turning out to be the worst weekend of my life. Um, and I finally asked her, I was like, well, where exactly am I? And it turns out that the cop brought me to the detox center. Yeah, how awesome. And I mean, these places are exactly like they show in the movies. I literally thought I was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicklaus. And there's like 30 guys in the lounge, all in their hospital gowns, and they literally all look like they've had lobotomies done to them. So it's pretty creepy at the same time. So I pretty much just laid in my bed the entire time because there's no way of getting out because there isn't actually any doorknobs in the facility, at least on the inside, to prevent people from escaping. Which is actually a really good thing because they brought this guy in. He was totally fucked up and freaking out, trying to punch everybody in there. And they actually tackled him and put him in a straitjacket and threw him in a padded room. So, I mean, how many of you can say that you've actually seen that in real life? Because I have. But anyways, after 48 hours, they gave me an alcohol assessment. And when you have one of them, lie your ass off. Because they ask you, have you ever had sex with a man? I mean, what does that have to do with drinking? But no, I told them that it was my first time ever drinking, and I was just trying to get the college experience, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, guys, this video is done, actually, so I hope you enjoyed it, maybe got a little life lessons and a good laugh from it, because I know my family and all my friends did. So until next time, guys, enjoy.